Hello and welcome to this introduction video about the new TimeLog feature, indexation of hourly rates. The first thing that is important to understand is that the hourly rates that are going to be indexed by using this functionality are the hourly rates that are already in use on existing projects. The hourly rates you have residing on your price list in the system administration will not be affected by indexation. You can still change your price list in the system administration by going to system administration, finance, hourly rates, and then on your hourly rate you can edit it and make a change. Save here. This then will affect any new projects created going forward. If we go back to the project, currently I have navigated to finance contracts, and then I have expanded the contract to see which hourly rates are currently in use on this specific project called Project 1 on the customer called Doofensmeerts. And as you can see for this project, we have currently just our standard hourly rates in use that you just saw in the price list in the system administration. If you want to know more about these project hourly rates, we've also made another video guide on product-specific hourly rates, and you can find that on our website, timelog.com, on our blog, and under our product articles. Right, let's do some indexation. We have made a new interface that you can navigate to by going to the Projects tab and then Index Hourly Rates. And the first thing you see here is that you have two options. You can index by percentage and you can index by amount. Let's start by percentage. The second thing you need to do is to decide on which level you would like to index your hourly rates. If you, for example, choose customers, as you can see here, we have three levels you can choose. If you choose customers, you will get a list of all your customers and you will then, by a percentage, index everything that is under that customers. So that is all the projects and all contracts under a specific customer. You can also choose to drill down and choose specific projects, and you can even drill down to contracts. So if projects have more than one contract, then you can choose exactly which contracts on specific projects on specific customers that you want to index. For this demonstration, I've just created very few customers and projects, so I'll just keep all my filters open to show you what we have in this system here. So as you can see, we have currently three customers, and yeah, it shows the customer, the owner of the customer, and then the amount of projects that each customer has residing under it, the date of the latest indexation, and currently it's blank since we haven't indexed anything on these customers yet. And then in the last column here, you can choose an actual percentage that you would like to do indexation of on a given customer. If I just expand the filter again and choose the view option projects, then you will see that we have just gotten a new column here, and the projects that was under each customer has now been listed here so that you can index on specific projects. And again, if you choose to view option contracts, we will just again add one more column that shows all the contracts under the projects. Right. Let's try to do an indexation of our project that we just started on, Doofensmeerts project 1. I'll just do 1%. And as you can see, I can actually choose to do multiple contracts in the same time in different percentage. But for this, I'll just start with this project. And down here, click index selected. Here you will have to choose from which date these new rates will take effect. And here you can only go back in time from the date you are currently on. So I'll just go a couple of days back. Let's do it from the 18th and click save. And now TimeLog gives you a status up here that the requested indexations have been completed. So if I now navigate back to my project and go to the price list, let's see, Doffensmeer, project 1, and go to our list of hourly rates, we should now see that the hourly rates have been indexed with 1%, and it looks pretty all right. 80.80, 120 is now 121.20, and so on. So again, this indexation has first of all only taken place on this specific contract on this project, and also it has not had any effect on our standard hourly rates that we have set up in the system administration. So as you can see, they are still intact. So if we now navigate back to the hourly rate indexation of hourly rate interface, I'll just change tab out of the view here, and want to do more indexations. It's very important that we don't index hourly rates on projects that have already been indexed, so we sort of do a doubled indexation. And to make sure we don't do that, the hourly rates that have just been indexed have now been tagged with the actual date of the latest indexation. So as you can see here, the Doffensmeer's Project 1 contract, you can see that it's now been indexed here. What we can now do is that we can open the filter and we can use this filter, latest indexation before, to exclude the indexations that have been done on contracts on or after this specific date. So if I take today's date, click show, it has now disappeared, and you make sure that you only index hourly rates that has not been indexed before or on dates that are before the latest indexation date. So just to demonstrate, if I go to a later date and press show, you will see that the contract will then appear again. Right, let's take a look at the other functionality, indexation by amount. First of all, if you have more than one price list generated in your system administration, then you would first of all be able to choose which price list that you want to do indexation on. But since in this demonstration I only have created one price list, it has already opened my standard hourly rates price list. So if I just open the filter, you'll be able to see here the price list. Only one price list and only one price group. So here you could have seen all your customer specific price list if you have some of them in your system already. If we take a look at the actual price list, of course, it will show the hourly rates, and then first of all, the hourly rate as it is today. And then you will have an input field where you can choose which hourly rate that you want to have it changed to. Again, here it's important to understand that when you make this indexation here, you will not change the actual price list in the system administration, it will still stay on these amounts. When you want to change the price list in the system administration, you go to the price list in there and edit the price. When you do the indexation here, it will take effect on all the prices that you see in the on your projects that are already existing with this price list on it. So to demonstrate this, let's try to index the secretary price here to, let's do 90 and click next. And now when you've done that, we actually come back to the interface that you just saw before. That is also in use in the sales and percentage. So again, this is just to drill down on which customers or projects or contracts that you want this to take effect on. So let's take a look and choose to do the Doofensmeer's project 1 again. As we know that that project have the standard hour rates already on it. So I click index selected, and again, let's go a couple of days back. Let's use the calendar here and click save. So as you can see up here, it should be indexed. Now, if we take a look at the project again, I'll just go to the other tab and update the contract view here. Then when I go down and take a look at my price list, you can see that is in fact changed from 80 to 90 on this specific contract. The other hourly rates are still in use with the previous indexation. So this basically concludes the video. I hope you will enjoy our new indexation feature.